Hi, my name is Robin, and today I'm going to walk you through my journey behind creating Cardbox. Cardbox is a flashcard app that allows users to easily upload, organize, and study new vocabulary in their topic of interests. Now let's begin the journey. I started this journey by conducting 3 interviews. I want to understand how do people approach learning, what method they have been used that is successful, and what problem do they have along this process. I also want to learn about their unfulfilled needs of my potential users so I can help them achieve their goal. I've gained some valuable insights in this interview process. Most people find by practicing flashcard multiple times a day helps them to remember new vocabulary. They also said having a study goal keeps them motivated. And when studying a new subject, they like to write down notes and keep them organized for future reviews. They also enjoy being in a study community where they feel supported and motivated by other learners. When learning a new language, they want their study materials to be engaging and interesting. They feel accomplished when they can communicate with native speakers when learning a new language. From my interview, I also made a discovery that different people have different categories of vocabulary they want to gain. It can depend on their job, their hobby, and their lifestyle. With this design opportunity in mind, my persona is born. Meet Amanda. Amanda is 26 years old. She's originally from China, and she works in the US as an industrial designer. She is very intrigued by cultural difference, and she thinks learning is an important part of her life, and she's always looking for something new to learn. In her spare time, she likes to read about art, chat with friends, and watch films. Amanda wants to learn more vocabulary because she wants to better communicate her ideas at work. She also wants to read more books written in English that helps her discover culture. She wants to be more articulative when she writes about films. She also wants to chat more naturally with American friends. Although Amanda is not in school anymore, she would like to maintain her language learning skills. Amanda hasn't found a way to efficiently build up her vocabulary. She said, "I don't think my English has improved since I moved to the US." Amanda has run into some problems. She said, "I try to pick up new vocabularies from my daily life, but it's hard to keep track of them." She also said, "I tried out some vocabulary apps, but it's not useful for me because the words are too easy or too hard." She also said, without a way to test herself, she doesn't know if she's making progress or not. She also shared that she takes notes when she reads books on her phone, but it's too much effort to translate them and organize them, not mentioning studying them. After Amanda runs into all those problems, she said, "Over time I gave up on learning vocabularies and would rather pursue my learning in other areas of interests." So here is my problem statement. Amanda needs an easy-to-use tool that helps her collect and organize new words so that she can study them later on. Amanda also needs a way to curate her own study material so that it's useful and engaging to her. So what if Amanda can keep track and organize new words that she came across, curate her own study material, task her knowledge and track her progress, and help her make the most of her dictionary searches? We believe Amanda can learn vocabulary more efficiently by using a flashcard app that will allow her to upload and organize her study material on the go, explore a vocabulary set that she finds useful, track her study progress by taking quizzes, and easily translate a word and make notes of it. We also believe by challenging Amanda to use her new learned vocabulary in daily life will help her be more confident in her English. Now I have found some potential solution to Amanda's problem, I move on to the prototyping stage. I listed out some most important tasks, such as upload and organize cards, study and quiz, and going on a challenge that helps her use her vocabulary she learned. I quickly sketched out some ideas for the key screens that's related to these flows. Now let's take a closer look. The first task is to create a new set and add cards. After onboarding, we want to let Amanda know that she can start creating her own set and explore in the library. In the set menu, Amanda can organize vocabulary she added according to subjects. Now that Amanda has a set of vocabulary in the subject of workplace, she can come back and add more vocabulary she come across at work. In order to let Amanda add cards quickly, we decided to put a search bar on the home page so it's easily accessible. Amanda can also add cards directly from the browser. To keep studying session engaging, we decide to provide 4 types of message for learning a new word. That includes read, listen, fill out the blank, and speak. Amanda can also choose her preferred method of studying and turn off the ones that she found not helpful. The study report provides Amanda with a quick feedback showing her improvements in speaking, listening, and reading skills. And after completing the vocabulary study, Amanda can choose if she would like to complete a challenge. We decided to challenge Amanda to complete a fun quest in her daily life using English. An example would be write a movie review in English or learn to sing a song in English. The purpose of challenge is to encourage Amanda to learn and use vocabulary in a fun way. And after complete a challenge, Amanda can unlock a list of achievements to showcase her improvement in English skills. After I create my first prototype, I want to test it and see if user can complete these important tasks using my prototype. I've invited 3 people to join my usability testing and asked them to create a new set of vocabulary list and upload some words, study vocabulary and do a challenge, review hard to remember vocabulary they've encountered when they're studying, search for a word and add it to their sets. The testing result was catastrophic. I asked myself what went wrong. The first round of testing revealed some major issues. Testers are stuck at homepage and find it hard to navigate. Although I want to create a homepage where user can easily access all the features, but it came across as too much thinking they have to do right away. My labeling is confusing and some of the key screens lacks of title, so the users don't know where they are at the app. Some of the screens lacks important copywriting. And there's also too many irrelevant details and icons that confuse them. Most importantly, there are so many features in this app. I asked myself, would Amanda really be using all these features? Probably no. So I decided to strip some of the features and rebuild my wireframes, focusing on redesigning good user experience for the most important tasks: upload cards and study. Before I start my second round of prototype, I try to boil down each task more and make sure my user flows are describing the happy route. Keeping the previous issue in mind, I move on to iterate my prototype. The homepage in my first prototype has the most issues. At homepage, users are stuck thinking what they should do next. Do they want to start a study? Do they want to view challenge? Or do they want to search words? Even check their profile? In my second prototype, I try to keep the homepage clean and straightforward. I also decided using set as the homepage since upload and organizing card is the main feature of the app. In my first prototype, the set menu is also confusing. Important tasks such as study cards and view cards can't be accessed directly from here. And all the cards are presented in sets with too much details, making it really hard to view. In my second prototype, I try to clearly present information of sets and cards so they can decide their next action such as study, quiz, and add cards. I also want to allow users to view cards one by one so that each card is clearly presented. Quiz. Users are confused by the cards since important text is missing in my first prototype. They would also like to read the correct answer before they continue. In my second prototype, I try to give clear feedback on their answers. Users are also shown with the correct answer before they proceed. The search bar in my first prototype is completely ignored because of the text. The instruction in the search bar is confusing and wording is not consistent with the rest of the app. Most testers think the search bar is just for general searching. In my second prototype, I changed the search feature into a dictionary, where users can translate any words and add it to their collection. It also becomes a quick and streamlined way to add cards. Time for the second testing. In my first testing, user feels like they're walking through a maze. In my second testing, they run smoothly and speedily. One of my testers even did quiz 2 times in a row so that she would get a perfect score. Some of the new ideas such as set up study goals, memory chart to help plan study has been discussed and are under considerations. There are a lot more to do. I want to complete app's other features and test it a couple more times before I move on to the UI design stage. Although the challenge is not a feature in the second app anymore, I would like to think more about this idea and maybe design it as an independent app rather than a feature in this flashcard app. I would also like to give special thanks to my participants, Sam, Laurent, and Xing, for being extremely patient and helpful. I have learned a lot in this process. I think one easy-to-use and helpful feature is better than multiple poorly executed features. I believe boiling down tasks and finding happy paths is the basis of create a good user flow. I believe testing is the best way to avoid mind models and help you find the problems in your prototype. I think before you make a decision, you should think about, does that decision make users think more or less? I also think rapid prototyping and multiple testing is helpful for making a successful app because comparison makes better design. And I think it's important to keep low-fidelity wireframes clean so the testing will be efficient and helpful to you. Thank you for watching.